Did you know that you can create multiple flowers from just one die set? Let me show you how. Welcome back to another Take Two with Therese for Altenew, and I've got the Craft a Flower Gardenia layering die set here. It has 2 layered flowers, and I'm going to show you how to stretch these flowers and make even more flowers using this set today. I'm going to start by building the largest flower as intended, and this is going to give me an idea of how to put this flower together and what layers there are. Obviously you can look at the packaging, and we'll do that a little bit later on as well. I've got some of the layering cardstock here. This is the blush, and it's the perfect size for my mini blossom machine, and I didn't get the best impression with the embossing portion on these die cuts. So stick around and I'm going to show you how to improve on that. Now, because my base color is a colored cardstock, it's easy to change up the color with a blending tool. And I came in with some yellows here to just give it that little bit of multicolored flower look. And I'm kind of focusing the color on the center portions of the flowers. Now, if you haven't used any of the layering die sets from Altenew recently, they have this keyhole system, so they're really easy to line up. And these particular layering flowers are a perfect choice for creating multiple flowers. And let me tell you why. It's because there are so many layers in them. And they're also quite large. So once you break down the different layers, then you've got plenty of options to create secondary flowers or filler flowers using these sets. I like to also add a little bit of dimension to the petals by rolling them and adhere them together with a liquid glue. You can use whatever glue is your preference. I just find that the liquid glue's got a nice strong hold, and it gives me a little bit of time to move the image around if I need to. So once the flower is fully assembled, I can see a flower within the flower. So I can tell that if I don't use the back 2 layers of this layering die set, I'm still going to get what looks like a beautiful flower. And I can break this down even more, and you'll see that pretty soon as well. And here you can see I'm assembling the smaller flower. I'm using layers 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then also those little edges of the petals that cover up the keyhole and add some dimension to the flower. And I've got another great tip for you here. Have a look at your petal dies, because you can actually use them to create leaves. So I've grabbed some Mountain Mist cardstock, and I'm going to be using this to create some leaves for my project today. But first I want to show you my tip, how to get a better embossed impression on those petals. I simply added a shim of cardstock to my sandwich. Obviously, if there's any pressure or you're having trouble rolling it through your machine, check your sandwich. Maybe try something that's a bit thinner or thicker if you need it. And I'm much happier with the outcome here. I can see that embossing on the petals. It's so much clearer now. So now I want to do a little bit of surgery on the second flower now. And I've grabbed the dies, the layering dies number 4 and number 5, and the edge portion as well. And while I'm here, I might as well get another petal that I can use for a leaf. If you're not sure, I just simply hold the dies against each other and kind of work out whether I think it's going to be an appropriate size or not. This time I decided to create some pink flowers. So I've still got the same pink cardstock, and I'm coming in with some pink ink this time and creating a few shadows. And I like the way that it kind of shows up on the embossed areas as well. And I did exactly the same techniques again. I just simply layered up all the portions of the flowers that I'd die cut and colored. And this little petal here, I actually create a leaf with this one as well, but you'll see that shortly. I did make a second filler flower from the first image as well, and this time I only used the last 3 portions. And to make my leaves green, On the Mountain Mist cardstock, I used some green ink, but you could use whatever you have. And check out these tiny little petals here. That was the same petal on one of my filler flowers. And then it was easy just to layer up the flowers onto the leaves, and we're ready to start making some cards. So have a look at your layering die sets. You can simply add more or less layers. It doesn't have to be less like I did today. You can actually add more layers. You can also change up your cardstock like I did here. Use colored card as a base, white card, you can color it yourself and add extra shading. You can add dimension with a like a rolling, I used a pen, just the barrel of a pen to add some dimension. To add some extra pressure for the embossing, I used a shim of cardstock. And don't forget to check out your petals, and you can actually make them into leaves. So there's so many different ways to look at your layering die set and get some different, totally different looks from it. You can make bigger or smaller flowers. So this card came together very quickly. I added an embossed panel of the Mountain Mist with the Tufted Elegance, white leaves from another die set, as well as gold sentiment and some gem sparkles. I did splatter it with some pure white ink too. And for my second card design, I die cut a circle, and I did that first before I did the embossing because I did not want to run it back through my die cutting machine and lose all of that awesome 3D texture from the embossing folder. I added a sentiment that I've had laying around in my stash that I haven't used and inlaid that into the die cut circle, and then added the flowers using a bit of a combination of glues and foam tape. This time I came in with the iridescent crystals, which are so pretty. I'm a little bit addicted to these gem sparkles and can't wait to see what other colours are coming out soon. So many different flowers today from just one set of dies, and we even made some petals into leaves. Are you going to have a look at your layering die sets and see if you can create some different flowers from within the flowers that are there already? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, bye.
Hello there! Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye!